So, Dr. Iva, what does acupuncture do?
So that's a question I get all the time from patients. What does acupuncture do? What are these needles doing? So it's really cool. Acupuncture has three main effects. Okay, when I insert the needle right in at that site of insertion, there's a couple different effects. One, it activates locally the immune system in that area and creates a little bit of an inflammatory response. There's little things like paracrine factors and stuff like that that cause the blood vessels to dilate. The cells that you have to go through to get there, called dendritic cells, start to have an effect. They have these things called alpha nicotinic receptors on them. This creates a local inflammatory response, a local increase in blood flow, which is a lot of times why we see redness around the needle and things like that, as well as a local immune response. The second response when we stick the needle in is a reflex which goes from the point where we insert it to the spinal cord and back out. And that has two main effects. One is decreasing pain. It presynaptically inhibits pain at the cord level. And then number two, it also alters muscle tone. You have these things called gamma motor neurons in the area, and by affecting the gamma motor neuron, we can alter the tone. So a lot of times when you insert a needle, the muscle tone will go down. The third effect, and possibly the most important effect, is a long loop reflex effect. So what happens, I insert the needle, the message goes through the skin, up the spinal cord to the brain, and then up in the brain that message gets interpolated, and the information gets sent down, and it can do a couple different things. One of the primary things it does is it descending inhibition of pain. So it's a pain inhibitor. Second main thing that it does is it helps to alter muscle tone. Again, it works with those gamma motor neurons. There's some loops that go through different parts of your nervous system, including the cerebellum in the back of your head, that alters the tone there. Three, it activates the hypothalamic pituitary axis, which is why acupuncture can be great for things like hormone problems or issues like that, infertility, and things like that. And the fourth thing that it does is it activates your immune system. It activates these different cells off of alpha nicotinic receptors, which actually bolsters immunity, which is why acupuncture can also boost immunity. So three main effects: a local effect, a segmental effect, and a long loop effect.
Awesome.